Louise is live right now.
Kind of an odd time for her.
Huh?
Kind of an odd time for her to be on.
Oh, we're live stream already?
We are on. So, okay, so let me pull up the chat and we give it a minute for people to get the notifications.
Or at least the ones that get notifications.
Or the ones that get notifications, exactly.
I do and I don't. I don't know why. And I have the buttons that most of everything that I do watch all the time. It's YouTube.
Technology,
All right.
what can we say?
All right. People are finding.
So people are finding
It's
us.
starting.
Well, hello, good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, depending upon what part of the world you're in.
Hey, some of them are the middle of the night too. Don't forget the good nights.
Oh, good night. Although we're not saying goodbye. All right, guys. Well, welcome, welcome. And as you guys all know, we have a special guest again here today. It's my bestie.
Special. Am I so special?
Yes, you are special. So if you don't know who she is Tiffany of Tiffany's Quilting Life. And we have started a project together where we're both sewing the Tula Pink Butterfly Quilt version 2.
Yep.
Last week, the both of us did block number 1 in the whole series. So if you take a look at what's behind Tiffany there, that's her version of block number 1. We had to do 10 of them in different colors. And she's already went ahead and started sewing some of the other blocks. So I play catch up today.
I sewed up block number 2. And now I'm going to block number 3.
So I will be doing block number 2, and I have all my pieces kind of pre-cut already, so hopefully it'll go by a lot quicker. And then I can start cutting block number 3 and play catch up like I usually am.
All right, well, let's get started.
So let's see, give a quick shout out to people coming in. Hi, Cam. Hi, Melina Montoya. Judy Hebert is here. Teresa Lynch is here. Kev Murph, that's Mary. She's here. She's saying hello. Good evening. We got Donna Hoskins here. Hey, hey, hey. Diane Wilson is here. She'll be all good. June Hansen. Linda Faust. Hello, hello, Linda. And let's see, anyone else? Mary G. Hello, guys. So as people start,
hello,
we shall start sewing.
Yes, we shall.
Yes, we shall. Okay. Now I totally forgot how to do this. And this is an easy block too.
It is. I guess that's why I went ahead and did it. It was so cinch.
Okay.
I do have to say, though, for those intimidated by some of the blocks in this pattern, don't fret just because the pieces are small. If you sew slow enough, you can do it. For sure. Because the small ones are yet to come. I think it's the smallest blocks of everything.
And these blocks are not difficult, although the quilt looks intimidating. And did I cut this the wrong size already? No? Why is this one so short?
That was what I did last week. Remember, I kept thinking I did something wrong, and it turns out I did.
Well, we all have done that from time to time.
Yep.
Hi, Becky Spencer. Hi, Gloria.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody.
Okay, so unfortunately, we can't give cut sizes to this pattern because it's not ours, and this video is not sponsored. So, but you can watch us sew, and you can probably get some tips about some of the more difficult things, even though these blocks are, again, I just said it's not difficult or not
No,
impossible.
so far super easy. I would put this in the beginner pattern
Yeah,
pile, especially with the reading of the pattern. That right there is gold.
gold. I would
You know,
definitely agree.
this is probably the easiest readable pattern that this is the way everybody should put their patterns. And if I ever write a pattern, I've wrote lots of things, but I never write them. If I ever wrote them, this is how I would do it.
Hi, Cynthia. She's saying, I got the pattern. Can't wait to make it. Have to finish my husband's quilt first. Hi, Flicky Chick. And Joyce is checking in. Hi, Joyce.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Nancy.
You know, if I would have used the computer, I could have done two screens too, one at the sewing machine and one on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't think I could have just grabbed the computer and done that.
Well, I figured people need something beautiful to look at, so.
Yeah. That's okay. I put everything on the wall behind me, so it's okay.
Okay.
Everything that I've done so far.
Hi, Jaja. Okay. Am I lost already? Wait, no. I gotta sew the squares onto these. I didn't realize these are tiny pieces.
They are. Just wait. Like I said, a few more steps ahead and it'll be even smaller.
Lovely.
The smallest that most of us will ever go in quilting.
Actually,
That's
what
my
is the
favorite.
smallest you ever done?
Well, I do my little mini quilts. So I've made little 1/2 inch hourglasses before. Like the finished size of the hourglass was a 1/2 inch. This, of course, is not that tiny, but
I think the smallest I've ever seen was a 1/4 inch postage stamp. I thought was crazy.
um, I'm trying to follow the pressing instructions too at the same time because I don't know what's going to line up to the next. So if we make sure we're putting it in the right direction, then it should be fine when we start adding the pieces to each other. One thing I never do is pay attention to pressing instructions, but this time I actually am, which is very weird for me, but I'm doing it.
1, 2, 3. I haven't been paying attention to the pressing instructions. I've just
You
been,
have?
I haven't, which
Oh,
is unusual for me.
there's a block.
Oh, it's pretty.
So that's block 3, and I have to make 10 of them. No, 8 of them.
I haven't done much in quilt patterns.
You what?
I usually don't do quilt or follow quilt patterns. I usually kind of just do my own thing.
That's typically what I do.
Yeah. No, why do I have extra? Oh, because I need these onto here.
Don't forget, you guys can ask questions and stuff while we're here.
So what is
Stuff for the
everyone up
sides.
there up to do up to tonight? A lot of people are saying that they have the pattern, but they're putting off on doing this quilt until they watch us.
Oh, well, I would say just go ahead and do it. Start it.
That's what I say.
It's not that hard. This is, like I said, of every pattern that I have ever followed, this one is the easiest. Like to read it, to put all these together. We haven't obviously got to the curved pieces, but you know what? That seems like it's going to be easy too because it's got the templates in the book. You just, trace them onto a piece of paper or copy the page with your printer and, put them together.
And I believe it's applique on too. Is it?
Yeah,
Nope, it's piece.
it's piece. I think that's the part that, most people would shy from is, curved piecing, but it's not that hard. And if
It's
you
not
need
that
reference,
hard.
I've done tons.
Once you get the hang of it, or once you got a few down under your belt. Press this one in.
So these two pieces have the raccoons in it. Oh, that way, right? And then this is all coon butt. That's funny.
That is
And I did
funny.
not plan that. Just
Oh,
so happens
lovely.
it's
There's
happening
no
that
seams
way.
in it on this one. Oh, okay.
I think the next few, there's no nesting of any seams.
Now that's the kind of block that I like.
Me too.
So then I don't have to worry about which way I'm pressing these.
The only reason why I'm doing the pressing properly is, like I said, when we go to put them into their sections or segments, maybe those seams will connect somehow.
You're
Not quite
probably
sure,
right.
but you can always flip it. It's no big deal. I do that with half the stuff I make anyway. I'm always flipping seams.
But I've seen some people do the quilt and they actually rearranged some of the blocks.
All right, there's my next one with my full coons and my coon butt. Oh, you can't even see down there. You can see up here. So I'm just going to put all these across the top. Yesterday, I was sewing, sitting here at my chair, and guess what happened?
What?
I fell.
What?
Yeah, I was standing to do something, and I went to sit and sew, and my little butt cushion was kind of like halfway off the chair, like that far probably. And I went to sit, thinking it was the whole chair, and the whole chair went. flew back behind me and I went splash
Oh
onto the
my
floor.
gosh. Did Scott have a heart attack?
No, he wasn't in here. But he would have if he would have saw it. He'd have been like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Hi, Joanne
And I would have
Reed.
said, "Yes." That was the first time that's happened since I got this chair when I wasn't used to the little mat underneath and it would slide. The chair slides so easily on it. But yeah, that's the first time that's happened since I got it. So what did you accomplish this week, Eric?
What did I accomplish? Well, I finished the first block.
And you did that yesterday, right? On a live stream?
Yep. So I
Yes,
figured, you know
I
what?
saw you live, but I didn't have a chance to click on it.
It's a miracle I finished. Um, Actually, we do have good, well, work-wise, we do have good news that we closed escrow on a much, much larger warehouse for us. So, um, and at the same time, we bought out one of the smaller competitors.
That's cool.
So
Some more business.
more business, but more stress.
Yep. Means more hours. I hope not.
No, these guys are pretty good about making sure that people go home at a decent hour. So if we're not
Well,
done, we're
that's
not
good.
done. Even though I tend to stay late anyway, but
They
yeah.
want everybody to go home and spend time with their family, or in your case, spend time sewing.
But even when I do come home, I'm like, I'm so tired because I'm still kind of still getting used to getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. If you lived here, it wouldn't be hard because Scott would have you up. He'd have you up and worked out and everything by then.
Oh, geez.
Because he goes
Call
to
the
the
drill
gym as soon as
sergeant.
he gets up.
Okay. Eric, have you caught up with Tiffany? Joanne? By default, I will never be caught up with her.
No, he's 10 blocks behind me. Well, technically 11, 12 blocks behind me.
Yeah. Although I will say that this machine, since I put the glide thread, a 40 weight glide thread on here, I can floor the pedal without any problems now.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. So I guess the 50 weight Orafill, not a good thing to be doing or use on an industrial.
Well, my non-industrial machine that I'm using now doesn't really like um, any Orafill. It likes the big, huge spools that I use, but it doesn't like the little spools.
Hey Barb, she says she's making a baby quilt with occasional breaks to place, find the hidden objects.
I have to move the chat away from my face because I can't even see it. You're reading things out, and I'm like, where in the heck is he? I can't see it. It's blurry.
Why do I have three of these? I don't need three. Oh boy. Oh no, wait, I need four. Wait, why do I have four? I only needed two. That's okay. I need this, to actually cut. Just 2.5, yeah. I didn't cut enough pieces. Darn it. I need 2 more. So were you sad to hear Hulk Hogan passing away?
Not only Hulk Hogan and Ozzy, but Malcolm, whatever from the Cosby Kids, also
Yeah,
died.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. And for all my Hawaiian friends, if you know the musician Fiji, he also passed away.
Crazy. But not everybody lives forever.
Nope. Although it was quite shocking to hear that all of those people just died in 1 week.
Yep. And the weird part is I watched the Cosby Show as a kid all the time, but I also watched a doctor show that he was in that was just very recent too. Like um last last year I watched some doctor show because I like my doctor shows, and Malcolm was in that one. He was one of the head doctors too, so I don't even know if that show's finished or not, but if it is, they'll have to write him out.
Was it called The Resident?
The Resident. Yes, The Resident. That's it.
Okay.
Yep. Oh no,
Thank
yeah.
you,
So
Barb.
it's over because I watched the whole entire show. Yep, he was in that.
Thank you, Barb.
I don't ever remember the names unless someone says something. I don't even remember the names of the movies I watch either, unless someone says something. Scott does it to me all the time. He's like, you know that lady, the one that's in the blah 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 movie, and what's her name? And I'm like, what lady in what blah 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 movie? I have no idea what you're talking about. And he's like, that woman, she's blonde hair, she's always in doing this kind of part and blah blah blah. I'm like, nope, still don't know. That's what Google is for. I
Yep,
Google everything because I don't ever remember.
that is totally my mom. She'll always ask me,
Doesn't know.
she's like, oh, you remember the guy, the handsome guy? I'm like, there's a lot of them, Mom. Can you be more specific? And then she's like, the guy, the one that does the naughty dancing? What? You mean dirty dancing? I'm like,
Naughty
yeah,
Dancing.
okay,
Well,
what
I would
about
think
him?
Magic Mike movies from that.
She had a huge crush on Patrick Swayze, even though she could
Oh,
never pronounce his name.
did she say Patrick Swayze?
No, she would say swishy.
That's even funnier.
And every time I would tease her about it, she'd go, shut up, you know you like him too. Yeah, that's mom for you. No, these
I
blocks are
liked
not
him in
right.
Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
The sexy scene where they're doing the pottery together. Right
Did,
there. Why
did I
can't
ever
somebody
tell
just come
you?
up behind me and do pottery with me?
Did I ever tell you I actually took a pottery class?
I did too. Well, I did pottery through high school. I have a friend named Nita. She does pottery, and I was showing her all the things. I have a ton of stuff around the house that I've made myself. from when I was a teenager. I haven't taken it since an adult. I know how to do it. But again, like quilting, it's an expensive hobby and I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. But the instructor of our class, she started playing Righteous Brothers. And I'm like, can someone go behind me?
That's funny.
I thought I cut out the right amount of pieces. Why am I only short?
Hi, Grace. Scott's not here today. He is watching a movie. He doesn't feel the need to be here when the two of us are already here.
Yeah.
Me and you. He's hanging out with Thumpy. Just to watching the movies. Scott is a movie guy. He likes action movies and he likes to watch all the movies there is. And he definitely likes 80s action. I don't know why. It's very cheesy these days now that there's so much CGI and things, but he still likes his 80s action.
Like Rambo.
Rambo, Terminator. He's an Arnold fan.
Oh, jeez. I'm an
He
Arnold
loves
fan.
Arnold movies. Yeah,
I'm
you're a fan of
an,
his big and buffness.
yeah, exactly. Oh, Roadhouse. I remember
Oh,
that
there's
movie.
one. Yep. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I feel like I'm just zooming through.
So I need 4 more.
I think once you get everything cut out, because secret, everybody, I did go ahead and cut out all the way up to my triangles page. I think once it's cut out, everything goes together really easily because so far I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm on the fifth block. And I needed to make 8 of these, but because it was all pre-cut out, it actually is going better. If you
I'm just
want to
scrolling
clip and
down.
mark everything, pre-cutting it all out might actually help.
How are you keeping it organized?
Well, I just have a pile of this and a pile of that, and then I have my little ABC 1, 2, 3s on them, but they're not in order. My little binding clips with the letters,
Uh-huh.
but they're not in any order. They're just here, and I made sure to keep them in little areas on the desk. So as long as I don't move or touch anything, then it's all in order. As of tomorrow, though, I have to move everything out of the way. So whatever I don't get sewn up today, I have to move it. So hopefully I can keep it all in order. Oh, here's one. I forgot to show the previous one. Doesn't have a lot of contrast, but some don't on
No.
this book.
So for those of people who don't know, Tiffany is using Tula Pink fabrics. I'm not.
Yep,
I'm just using whatever fabrics that come close to the swatches that's in the pattern.
I'm using Tula, but I don't have the exact colors that were in the pattern. In the back of the pattern book, it shows all the colors and how much of each you need. I did not have those specific ones. I had a couple of them, but I improvised and just grabbed, my orange, my blue, my pink, green, teal, and purple Tula fabrics. So I'm just improvising and kind of just mixing everything up. So it
Yeah.
still looks good from here, like it's supposed to be that way, but technically it's not.
I've seen pictures on Pinterest where people just did it in like one color tone. So like all blues or various shades of blues,
Oh
various
yeah, I
shades
would
of
like to see
purple,
that.
various shades of
I don't
pink.
use Pinterest, but I do Google and I can see on Google Images people that have done it. And one colors if I want to look.
Yeah.
This might be a quilt that I might make more than once because again, the pattern is so easy to read and it really doesn't use that much fabric. It's fat quarters or half yard cut or quarter yard cuts. I mean, so it doesn't need a whole heck of a lot. The background is what it needs a lot of, and the border fabrics.
Oh, because I didn't do 1, 2.
Mine also has like at least 7 or 8 different fabric lines of Tula, but since they all blend together, it's okay. The one good thing about Tula's fabric, you can mix any line together and it'll still match because her colors are always similar.
Yep.
There's a couple of her really old lines that are not. I pulled out a brown fabric the other day that had lion polka dots on it. I was like, this looks
You
weird.
know.
And I looked at it, it said Tula on the selvage. And I was like, what? Tula did brown? And it's an old line, a little polka dot. Because I was cleaning my fat quarter bin, obviously.
I did not cut the right amount. Oh, darn.
Again, this is the second time.
Yep.
So that means you were seeing one number, but reading another.
Mm-hmm. Just wishing I was done with the cutting. Well, it's a good thing I kept those little scrap pieces. So now I
Yeah, I kept all my little ones. I had to pull from it just to cut some of these because I didn't want to cut just a little, just for example, I didn't want to have to cut just one little 1.5 inch square out of a fat quarter.
yeah.
I grabbed from previous cuts. Blicky Chicky says I'm going to have this done
You know, I
by
just
the
heard
time
that.
you get to 15.
Mickey Chick
Probably.
should probably have it all bound by the time I get done.
No, I'm going to take my time with quilting this one. Everyone always asks, how I'm going to quilt something when we're on my channel. They say, how are you going to quilt it? I never know. But this quilt, I can tell you, will get custom quilted. Everything is going to be fancy schmancy because that's just what I feel like doing with my Tula quilt.
Well, I think the one that's on the cover, if I'm not mistaken, Angela did do this.
Walters, yep, she did
Yep.
that one.
And
Yep.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a whole ton of butterflies. Or not butterflies, feather work that she did on that negative.
That's about what I'm going to do on mine. Here's another book.
Ooh. And no, too short.
Oh, see if I keep.
How
Oh,
about
I
this?
can't. Never mind.
Yeah. That's where these pieces went. I threw them in the scrap pile. See? I knew I'm not going crazy.
Heather says keeping organized is the hardest part she finds. But if it's the only thing you're working on and don't have anything else and you don't move it, then it should work. Well, unfortunately, being a content creator, I have to move one content out of the way for another content just to move that out of the way because that's another content that I'm working on. Just because of being on YouTube, I think I work on at least 5 projects at a time.
Five,
And that's,
geez.
yeah.
I only got one, two, three right now.
Well, right now I actually have just this one because I finished my other one yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yesterday I made more of my homemade yardage from my epic video, and I made 24 yards. I made so much fabric that Scott actually had to come in and help me roll it on the bolt, and I can't pick the bolt up because it's heavy. It's so heavy. I didn't make all 24 yards in one day. I put all them together in one day. I did all the 6 panels of D pieces in one day, though, and then put it all together. I kept myself very busy yesterday.
Okay. I'm a little short, but I think I can make this work. Hey, Joanna.
Welcome to those joining in.
So here's a question that somebody posed, and we definitely don't know the answer to this, but if anybody out in the chat knows the answer to it, is both Tiffany and myself, we're working on the second edition. Question is, I know there's a lot of people out there that have the original pattern, and I'm just wondering if it's the same.
Oh yeah, that's a good one to know.
Because they might call it the second edition. It could be the exact same quilt, but it's just really the second printing.
Or because it has a new line worth of fabric colors
Right,
as pictures.
right.
Yeah, that would be good to know if it's the same or not. They probably wouldn't know unless we showed them the pattern, though, because they have number one and we have number two, and we're not allowed to show the pattern, which makes sense. So they wouldn't know unless the
Well,
cover
that's
is
what
different.
we'd
But I don't
ask.
even know about the cover.
Joanne Reed says you need to do multiple quilts so you don't get bored with one thing to do. That's so
Yeah, I
true.
definitely. Although, unless I'm seriously committed to something, though, I actually don't get bored on it. And I have that gumption where you have to finish it. You know,
Yeah.
you can't do anything else until it's done. I mean, I may still have other things that I had started, but that one project is the one thing on my mind that I'm technically working on. Looks like so far everyone just has the second version.
Mm-hmm. But do you ever get tired of looking at the fabric after like doing a really long project?
No, not really. That must just be you.
No, actually, there is one green colored fabric. Ooh, that's pretty. There was one green colored fabric that I bought way too much yardage of, and I was just done with that. I tried to use all of it up.
Hmm. I have had fabric that I'm tired of looking at, but not really ever when once I'm putting the quilt together, I guess.
Okay, what did I miscalculate? Oh my gosh. I cut two extra pieces. Ah,
You'll find a different area to put them in, trust me.
okay, I'll save it. Or maybe I'll rip it apart and cut it to size for future block. Okay, let me press these.
Mary said that it's different fabrics and improvements to pattern. She looked it up. That's the difference.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Anita says the first one's from 2013 with different fabrics. She also looked it up. So it's older, different fabrics, and improvements to the pattern. Okay. So it's not much of a difference if you just go ahead and get number 2 then.
No, doesn't
No
sound like
idea
it.
what's happening here.
Hi, Sue.
Well, it's the first time that happened in a long time.
Okay, I'm gonna need to square up these blocks because this is looking hecka wonky.
Well, it does say how big they need to be.
Yeah. Probably well, I know I miscut some of them.
Oh, well, yours will just be unique.
Mine will be like Nemo. One flipper's too short.
And if anything, if you do cut anything wrong on this pattern, there's room to just add to the blocks, and make it even more scrappier.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, like if the block was supposed to be 2.5 by 4.5, but there's none that are really like that. Say it was supposed to be 6.5 by 6.5, and yours accidentally came out 5.5 by 6.5. Just take another color from that color range and add it to the one side, a 1-inch strip, and then you have a 6.5, 6.5, and it doesn't really change anything because once you put it in the pattern, it's so busy, you're not even going to know.
Nope.
That's the one good thing about this pattern. It really doesn't matter. You could even use solid squares if you wanted to, honestly. You don't even have to cut blocks out. You can just put a bunch of solid squares in. So if you need a 5.5 block and a 6.5 and a 2.5 and a 4.5 and blah, 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 just cut those out into solid pieces. Don't even have to piece anything, and it would still look like a butterfly quilt.
Yeah. It's all in the layout.
Yep. My machine decided to super tangle the bobbin thread. Came up, went back down, and then went back down and tangled around the thing while the bobbin case was still in there with a full bobbin, which tangled the top thread, the bottom thread, and everything. That was weird. And it even scrunched up my piece and made it all funky. I
That's
gotta
weird.
pop all that thread out. Yeah, I got tangled. Like very tangled. I don't even know how. Stuff happens. No, don't do that.
Part of the joys of
Not of
sewing.
this stuff. Huh?
Part of the joys of sewing.
Yep. It really made a big giant knot on my fabric. Whoa. That's weird.
Okay, so Mary's asking, I wonder which fabric line Tula used for version 2. She actually, in the pattern, she does give us a swatch of all the fabrics that she used for her version of it.
This is the page. I can hold it up because it doesn't have directions on it.
Yep. So
So it shows what you need of everything. So it's using the Alice in Wonderland themed one. I don't even know the name of that line.
curious,
The-
curious.
oh yeah, Curiouser line. It's using the True Colors line. It's using what line is the one that the little like gemstone looking one is from?
Oh, that one I don't know.
I don't know. It's got Fairy Frost or Fairy Dust or whatever that pattern is. And it's using the True Colors solids. And the polka dots is True Colors, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know which one because they all like blend together. And I don't really know the names of the lines because guess what? I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I just know I like Tula's fabric.
I
I
like
know
her.
which ones I like and which ones I don't.
I like how bright her colors are.
Me too. Well, I like rainbow colors is why I'm attracted to rainbow, you know?
So am I.
Not like that silly, but I just like the color in the rainbow thing and that the fact that hers are a mixture of pastel, not as bright, but not as dim, like that in
Mhm.
between. I don't know, it just makes sense. And the fact that you can mix, like I said earlier, that you can mix all of the fabrics into one quilt, even line work can go into this and it matches because some of the line work has these colors splatted into it. So literally every single one can go together. At least the last like 5 or 10 lines worth. I don't know how many lines she has. I know there's like more than 40.
And she's bringing back some of the old lines.
Well, that's cool. You know which one I do want? I was lurking on Becca's last night and she was digging through her Tula and she has, even though it's a Bernina sewing machine, I don't have a Bernina, but I like the sewing machine fabric,
Oh
that
yeah.
one. But if it wasn't a Bernina, if it was like a Juki or just a shape of a sewing machine, it didn't have to be named. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I would have wanted some of that to make myself a sewing machine cover.
I
Although I would
never
never
use that.
use it because I never cover my machine since it's
Me either.
always
I was
in
about to
use.
say.
But I do have other machines that I can cover that are over there collecting dust. You know, it would be nice to put instead of the flimsy one on my industrial, since I don't use it as often because it's a bag making machine. You know, it would be nice to have a regular actual cover on it instead of that floppy plastic thing. You've seen it because you've been here.
Yeah.
It just kind of folds in and, you know, if I had a nice looking thing on it, maybe I wouldn't stack everything on that table.
Oh, they gave you that cover? They didn't give you this like silky vinyl
That's what it
one?
is. It's a
Oh,
vinyl
that's what
thing.
it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's funky to me. But because this room gets so much dust, which again, you've seen because you've been here, this is the dustiest room ever. It needs to be covered, that machine, and the other ones too, because we don't want them getting ruined. But this one gets used so much that I dust it off all the time. Technically, I don't dust it with a rag though. I just do this before a live stream every time. And then that eliminates the dust.
oh, talk about a spit shine.
Yep, pretty much. All right, last one. This is now all 8 of my floating crosses are done.
Nice. I like that center.
Yep, it's got the butt of what I think was a bear. There's a lot of butt pieces in all of my quilt here. My goodness. All right, all 8 of those are done. On to the next, which is going to go even faster because all it is strips. Oh, I gotta watch myself around the iron. Did you
Ow.
see that? That giant thing?
Oh my gosh.
I was reaching and I didn't even know how long it was, but it lasted at least 3 or 4 seconds. I was reaching, I didn't even feel the iron on my skin. And yeah, I burnt myself so bad and it was like it stretched my skin open and everything, and now it's trying to heal, but it itches so bad.
Ouch.
And it was on the bigger iron, not my little one, but I gotta stop reaching around the iron because I think that's like the 5th or 6th time I've done that. I forgot how much of what I'm making. This is one, right? No, this is two or two, two, three, four, four. Yep.
Licky Chick says she's making a king-size giant log cabin.
Oh, I've done that before for the back of a quilt.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much fun. Giant log cabins with 5-inch strips.
Can you imagine doing that with a 1.5-inch strip?
Do that with what?
Do a king-size giant log cabin with a 1.5-inch strips. You'd be sewing
Didn't I
forever.
see, didn't we see one of those at QuiltCon?
Yep.
Those little tiny ones over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. I just can't imagine doing that.
I could probably do it. Which way do these go? Oh, these don't even have a way to press them. You just press them. Okay. I don't even think we can consider these blocks, but
I had a hard time picking colors for this one.
you have a hard time choosing colors for it. Is that what you said?
For these blocks. Iron. I think my chair's on strike.
What?
I think my chair's on strike. It's saying my butt is too big and I'm too heavy.
No, it's not.
Coconut oil is fabulous burns. I touched the side of my oven. I got coconut oil on it. After 5 minutes, the pain went away. Didn't even blister. Oh, well, thank you for that tip, Becky.
Okay, I did something wrong here. What did I do wrong here? 2, 3, 4,
So
5, 6.
is insurance pricier because of burns, blades, rippers, scissors, and needles? Yeah, that's one thing about Southern Nevada. The insurance rates here are crazy.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay, now I'm getting myself all mixed up because I'm just sewing random pieces together.
I got mine mixed up because I didn't actually mark mine properly. So I'm sewing the wrong ones. Go figure.
Figure.
I knew I did something wrong. I was like, what the heck?
Coconut oil. That's an old Hawaiian recipe for burns. So is the aloe plant.
You know what I do for burns? I put nothing on it. I just wash it right afterwards with soap and water. That's why my arms are covered in burn scars from, being a quilter. Of all the things that could happen, sewing through your fingers and sewing this and sewing that and ruining this and breaking needles and shooting the eye, weird things that happen, burning myself on the iron is the number one thing that happens. It literally happens at least 2 times a week. It's usually my
Really?
fingers, but every now and then it's my arms. Yes. Yep.
Mm.
I am very, very bad about burning myself. And I didn't do it on purpose either. It just, you know, happens. It's not that I'm not paying attention, but it is not that I'm not paying attention, like I'm aware that there's a hot iron next to me, but does my brain see it when I'm reaching? No.
No. I get nervous when I put my fingers so close to the tip of the iron.
I don't. I just go with it. My hands are always like tingly numb anyway. So I don't really feel it until I have the blister, which kind of sucks. But just like my arm, I didn't even realize it, you know, until I realized it. Took a minute.
Remember, my mom was cooking some. Oh, what was she doing? She was frying some chicken. She got a grease burn right on her hand. Oh, she screamed loud on that one.
Yeah. That a lot of people see this burn scar on camera, this front one right here. And it's not just irons that burn me, but the ones that people see when I'm filming and there's that big giant white spot on the top of my hand. That one is actually from me burning myself on the muffler not the muffler, the exhaust in the car. Like, you open the hood and you reach down and I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention to the hot engine area when I was checking something and my hand got stuck on the cover to the whatever it's called in there. And yeah, it burnt it. It charcoaled my hand.
Ouch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I'm doing this right.
That reminds me of a very silly story. So one of my college professors actually told me this story where there was a there was a couple. He was at a supermarket and there was a couple that he noticed they were having problems with their car.
Uh-huh.
And so he kind of knows stuff about cars. So he said, "Oh, let me help you guys." And he had them try and start the car. And then he told them, "Oh, it sounds like your car needs oil. So why don't you guys go into the grocery store and just go and buy some oil?" So they said, "Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much." So he waited for them. They went into the store, and about 10 minutes later, they came out with a bottle of Crisco.
That's funny. Oh, super funny.
Wow, Barb says it's 71 degrees in Washington State right now.
That's like a good temperature. I wish it
That's
was
a good
71 here. It's like 102 here.
that's a good temperature for Arizona.
Huh?
That's a good temperature for Arizona.
Well, I guess you want to call it that. I am sure playing with my seam ripper a lot today. This is what I get for not numbering my pieces in my stacks.
Uh-oh. You sure
Maybe
the
you will
pieces
catch
are
up
going
to
to be
me.
okay for tomorrow?
Because I'm messing it all up. Oh. All right, did I get it right this time? Indeed, I did. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.
Hey, this was a very weird color combination, but it works.
You'll have to show me when you're done, because I obviously cannot barely see that screen. Plus, I only have your face one on this, on the actual Zoom part.
These are only 4.5. Wow. Wow, they have 100-degree heat index right now in Kansas or
Wow.
Kansas City. Stay cool there, Mary. Wow, that was a fast hour.
What?
It's already been 1 hour.
Really? Wow. I have not accomplished much. Or maybe I have. I don't know. Whatever.
Why do I keep saying? I
That's
keep,
okay. You'll just have another video throughout the week catching up to me.
yeah.
You're like, darn that, Tiffany. 20 more blocks ahead of me? I can actually keep up with that girl. That's what you're thinking, huh? You know, this week I long arm quilted like another 7 quilts.
Really? Wow.
And my closet still barely made a dent in it. I don't know why. It seems like I'm getting low, but I'm really not.
Well, you keep adding to it.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them were mine. But still, I still got a lot done this week. And yes, I keep adding to it. That's the bad part. But I ordered some black batting so I can quilt Spelliver up, get that done and out of the way because I want to use that for the show quilt in February. And then I also have another black, like Amish style quilt that I have in there that's solid colors with black as the background for the quilt.
Hey, Marla.
Hello, hello, welcome, welcome.
You know, I don't use directional fabric very often. And now I remember why.
Yeah, I have directional in this, because I have the little critter, what is it called? The hippopotamuses. They're all directional.
Uh,
The which one else was directional? There's a couple more. Obviously, stripes are directional, and then something else is directional in this. And yeah, they're mixed in.
well, these are the alphabets, and they're going to drive me crazy because I got it upside down, right side up, left, backwards. But I'm going to try and ignore all of that. Hi, Don.
Now to press.
Uh, hi, Tula. Hi, Tracy. Been
Howdy,
lurking,
howdy.
give in the face. Okay, Tracy.
Huh?
She says she's been lurking and feeding the face.
Ah, I did that before live stream.
Hi, Shelly Sews. Oh, this is the one I cut extra purposely because I wanted to use up that 1.5. Oops, did I just say the size?
Well, technically, one cut is not going to help anybody.
Yeah, that's true. 1 out of 100. Has anyone heard from Nancy Gus? No, I have not.
No, I also have not heard from the one that you would see in the chat called Slowing Down Joe. That's Nancy. I
Oh,
haven't seen or heard from her in a long time. She also hasn't texted me for long arm quilting. So I think it's about time I text the phone number I have to her and be like, just checking on you because yeah, we used to talk all the time and now we don't. She's the grandmother of my youngest subscriber. So yeah, it's time I check on her because I have not seen her on anything. And obviously I don't get on everybody's live streams anymore, but I know the ones that she frequented and I have not seen her there
yeah, I haven't seen her.
or on mine. So
Yeah.
but I do get it. There are people that die that watch us, so it's just sad because we've never hear from them. Especially the diehard ones, though, with their family know that they watch us. You'd think they at least would say something, you know. But most people don't even know their family members' logins. So they wouldn't even be able to get on anyway and say,
Yeah,
"Hey."
true. Ah, Trula Hickson says, you two make my day. Oh, thank you, Trula.
Thank you. All right. I am now done with the stripes section. So I have two shorter ones,
Ooh,
two medium ones,
oh, where's my mouse? Wow. I like that.
and two long ones. And they all go in the pink sections. So those are all pink. And then two chunky ones that go in the orange sections.
Ooh, I like that peach color.
Yeah. All right, so let's put these on the wall.
Oh, Flicky Chick, I think you are right. I'll be on block number 3 and she will be done.
No, I won't be done. I will be somewhat close. Oh, I swear. All right, all my parts and pieces so far are now on the wall so everybody can see. Even though I have to take them all down anyway, because that's what I need open for tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but whatever.
Well, let's see. Looks
Oh,
good.
there we go.
Looks
So those are all
good.
the parts and pieces so far. So this was the 10 of the block, the first block, and then 10 of the second block, 8 of the third block, and then those stripy pieces. So now I'm on to page 6 with the large log cabin.
Oh, shucky darn.
Now, let's hope that I can actually do it properly because guess what? I didn't separate anything. See, it's just all put together. Maybe I should have separated it because last ones I didn't and I had all the pieces and jumbled mess.
And I'm ripping. Darn it.
Well, I just did on all those pieces. Every single one of them I had messed up. All those stripy pieces. It wasn't that I put them, I just had them in the wrong order for the wrong pieces because I stacked them all together and didn't know I was doing all the same. I thought they just were mixed up. And it would have been fine if they were mixed up. It wouldn't have mattered. But now I'm definitely going to lay this out because I'm making two blocks. And are you kidding me? Did I
You know, one
really?
thing I could never do with the seam ripper is just do those, like, one swipe, go all the way through. I always rip the fabric.
Oh, I can do that. You got to put it under the foot of your machine.
Really? Wait.
It helps. Yeah. So put the end that you're going towards the opposite end, not the starting end, all the way under the foot. And then
Okay.
put your seam ripper, get those first two stitches out, and then make sure the ball is on the underside and the pokey part's on the top, and then just hold your fabric next to it and slide it right up. Did it work?
No, I ripped it.
It takes a second to get used to doing that. It doesn't happen overnight. Trust me, it didn't for me. And I've ripped lots of fabric because of it.
I thought about using those men's grooming hair trimmer things.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that, honestly, I think a regular seam ripper. There's a lot of long arm quilters that have that use those, but you still have to lift the fabric to get to the seams. So what's the point? You know? I think I'll just go ahead and keep using a regular seam ripper.
And I don't know why, but I have fun plucking up thread.
You have what?
I have fun plucking up the threads after I rip the seam.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm weird that way.
all right. I have it laid out properly. Now, if I could sew it properly, that would be a good thing. I'm going to do both blocks at the same time, sort of.
Oh, so
If I
Mary's
go
asking about
slow,
your design wall.
my design wall is just a piece of 100% cotton batting, and it's been up there for over 2 years now. I have not changed it out, and guess what? It's still good.
I think I do the same thing, and I
It's
think
directly
mine,
on the wall. Like I literally just have thumbtacks holding it up, and there's no foam or anything behind it. It's just on the wall, and then the sides are kind of shoved behind the shelves. Over time, though, it's kind of making its way out more and more, but it's sort of. Okay, wait a second. We're building it.
I
It
use
doesn't really matter
command.
which way. Well, yeah, because you probably can't put holes in your walls, right?
Well, I did anyway, but
Oh,
yeah, if you sew like command strips along the top, it actually works.
I just put the thumb pins in, or push pins, or whatever you want to call them. I screwed that up. I always screw it up. Screwed it up. It has to go on the other side, not this side.
Mary says there's a battery seam ripper. Have you seen that?
A what?
A battery seam ripper?
No, never seen.
Never heard of that.
Okay, I got to make sure I'm doing these exactly the same each time. So that goes on this side. I have
Okay.
ripped more of this project than I have ripped of any project that I make. What the heck's going on here? Because I'm making something I really like is why. I really like butterflies and I really like Tula fabric. So obviously I'm going to have problems.
Oh, by the way,
Huh.
Guess where I'm going tomorrow?
Where are you going tomorrow?
So the Nevada State Museum is here in Las Vegas, and they actually have a butterfly house.
Oh, really? I wish I could go. But
So I'm
tomorrow's
gonna.
Sunday, and I don't do anything
Oh,
on
that's
Sunday.
right. Mm.
I would never make it back in time. I would be just staring at butterflies too long.
So for those of you who don't know, Tiffany does have her own YouTube channel called Tiffany's Quilting Life, and she does do a live starting at 5 p.m. Arizona time, which is right now is the same as Pacific Standard Time. So
Yep. I'd put a link to my channel, but whatever. And I don't see your bot on either, so but they don't need to know because everybody that's here that I've seen so far knows who I am. They all know
well,
me.
they probably know about me because of you.
Uh-huh. They
Oh.
know that you're my friend. Yes,
Mhm.
friends.
Okay, so here we go. Let's see how these turned out.
Oh, you got them all done.
Yep.
And there I thought you were stuck on like one this whole time.
No, I'm quietly sewing along here. So one, two,
This one
three.
we did what, 10 of, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there. So
Look
that's
at that.
all 10 of them.
You're
I'm
almost
happy with
caught
this
it.
one.
Now you're just 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 behind me.
Oh, geez. Thank you. That's so encouraging.
Dana are the bestest friend ever.
Okay, let's put these up.
Looking good. Your quilt's going to be so cute. I can't envision the whole thing, just seeing the colors.
Well, it's not going to be an exact match, but it'll be close enough and good enough for me. So I'm happy with it. Okay, on to number 3. So the floating cross. Oh, that was the one you're doing. Okay.
No, that's the one that I was started with today.
That's the one you were starting with. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Everybody saying good job.
Yes.
I only had to rip once.
You were secretly sewing, and I literally, I guess I just wasn't paying good enough attention to you, my friend.
See, there's a light blue. I can use this.
Technically, all I can see, if you want to get real about it, is your face because I have only the face one on the Zoom. The little screen right here has the body of things, your body view or your
Uh-huh.
table view. But I'm not looking at as I'm looking at this because I'm talking to you, not
Yeah.
this. So I only see it at a glance, I guess is the word you would use.
No,
So that's why I thought you were stuck on one thing. But then an hour has gone by. So obviously it couldn't have been because I know you can do a lot in an hour. Wasn't it easier though having everything all cut out, even though
it
you still had
was
to cut
actually.
a couple more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best way to do this pattern, I think, would be to pre-cut everything out as long as you know where everything's going to go, which is cool because there's a coloring chart on the in the back of the book that you can make copies of, and just color a bunch of different sheets and the way you want it and settle on one and then start cutting.
Well, I guess what I would do is to actually just cut all the pieces and then put each piece or put all the parts for the block in like bags, like
Yeah.
plastic little sandwich bags or something, and then just label them block one, block two.
Yep. See, that's what I probably should have done because that's how I think I got what I was doing out of order.
Okay.
But the pattern pieces are small enough to fit in little sandwich baggies for sure.
Yeah. Start with that. No, I haven't broken out this color yet, so we'll start. We'll use
Which color?
this.
The blue? Is that the one?
No, this orange.
Oh,
Well, it's
I can't
orange,
see.
but it looks red. That and
I see it now. 30-second delay on the screen. That's right.
yeah. No, well, I guess that'll go. Or shall I do this one? Oh, that's the same fabric. Yeah, I'll do these two. Looks like I froze.
Not on mine. On my, the actual Zoom thing. I don't know about the YouTube.
Yeah, I froze up. Okay, we lost connection. But the
Did we
phone
lose
is
the
fine.
Zoom, the
Yeah.
the YouTube?
No, this, yeah, it's spooling.
It's not on my end, but let me fast forward it and see. It's not froze. It's still going.
Really? Oh,
It might have
used to
just
be
been your
spooling
one
on my end.
camera.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, I see why the internet went down again. Hmm. Well, hopefully we're still on.
Well, on the screen of YouTube, it's just me by myself. That's all I got to say.
Okay, yeah, I got disconnected. Start again. Video. No,
Oh, now you're on it. Now you're on the screen.
okay, and I'm back. Okay, we've been having technical difficulties, but looks like we're back.
It's technology's fault, not ours, my friends.
Well, at least it allowed me to reconnect to everything, so that's good.
I guess as long as mine was still going.
Yeah, well, this phone was still going, and this phone is actually um, not connected to the computer. The computer was the one that went out.
Ah, okay.
Is that enough contrast? I think so.
Yes, Becky, I definitely am going through this pattern pretty quick. It's only because I pre-cut everything out today. Today I took the time to just cut these pieces out for this up to the triangles page.
Yeah, let's just go with that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see.
Will we be on together next Saturday? Yes, we will. This is going until we are done, or at least I'm done.
Which might happen
Then
soon.
Eric will continue on his own.
For the rest
But
of the
we
year.
will eventually come back on because Eric will eventually want to finish his and we can both show our finished project. At that time, I will come visit Eric's channel again.
Okay, let me start cutting these. Okay, trivia question. Actually, you might know the answer to this. So next month is August, as everybody should know.
Yeah, it's coming
Why
very
is-
soon.
Yep, actually, it's next week.
Yep.
Why is August a very special month for me?
Because it may be your mama's birthday. I don't know.
Nope, Mama's birthday is in September.
So Scott's. When's your mama's?
21st, I think.
Scott's is the 25th. And my brother and my dad are the 11th, September 11th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. My brother was born on my daddy's birthday. He got a nice birthday present. All right. What's special about August for you?
Well, people are guessing, is it your channel anniversary? No, it's not. Actually, that was this month.
I forgot when your birthday is, but I don't think it's your birthday. I think your birthday is already passed, hasn't it?
Nope, you got it
Is it your
right.
birthday then?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So what are you gonna do for your birthday?
I don't know.
You come visit me, and we could do nothing. So the whole entire day long.
No, actually, I do want to go to Havasu and do that tiki bar thing where you kind of pedal and then you float
Oh,
out onto the lake.
yeah. Well, I'm not doing that with you. You can go do that on your own. Maybe Scott will, but he doesn't really like being out on the lake.
Really?
It's it's boring out there. Trust me, it is. Didn't you ever go across to the casino with me before?
No.
Well, next time you come, if you come during the time that I go to the casino, then you can go to the casino with me. I know I was on the phone with you once and you're like, that's it? That's how big that place is? And I said, yeah. Okay. Large log cabin block done.
Ooh, nice.
They're both exactly the same. So I don't normally make them exactly the same, But I decided when I was cutting them, I made an executive decision to use all the colors instead of like the picture shows. So 2 log cabin blocks.
Is it only 2?
Yep. On the big ones. There's
The big
smaller
one?
ones, and they require a lot of pieces. I'll just say the further we get down, we have all these, a whole entire stack. I think we're making like 16 of them or something.
Oh, jeez. And I just made 18
But
of them.
now I'm literally going to make the mini ones, which is next. I'm making 6 little tiny itty bitty miniature ones. So that is one thing that is in this pattern that not a lot of people like, is little tiny miniature and itty bitty pieces. Not my fault. It's the pattern. All right. This is not going to be very easy to do because they're so small. Actually, it's easy, but
Well, what do you know?
pressing it's not
I'm gonna have 50
easy.
squares and I can use them.
Yes, Mary Scott's in the room watching a movie.
Mm,
It's like
2.
a movie theater in my room. The bed is one of those adjustable beds, and it's up in the like recliner position, and Scott's just kicking back, watching a movie.
Kicking back, watching a movie.
Yeah. Although it's not very loud. Maybe he switched to reading because sometimes not sometimes, he reads a lot. So he could be reading. I don't actually hear the TV going.
How many books does he read in a week?
Usually 1 a week. But it also depends on how big the book is and how much time he has to read it. Usually, like when we go to the doctor's offices or things like that, he'll read. And then here at home, he'll read, especially like when I'm napping and stuff, because there's nothing else better to do. And he's trying to be quiet so I can nap.
So guess who Nancy says her grandson was born on his grandpa's birthday? Oh,
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
oh, thanks for reminding me, Katie. You know, it's been a year since I moved to Vegas already.
Really?
Yep, over a
Wow.
year, actually.
So you like it there
And it's getting better.
compared to living in LA, though?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's the weather for you, right? That's the iffy part. Or are you getting
Yeah.
used to it still?
Yes. Well, me, it's not like I stay outdoors 24/7.
No, you go from air conditioned house to air conditioned car to air conditioned store, back into air conditioned car, and back to your air conditioned house. I
Exactly.
mean,
So it's not as bad as people think that it is.
if they can even see that these little pieces from the camera, because it's far away, but these little tiny pieces, I'm literally, they're so small. See? Hmm, Say
Oh
tiny.
God.
I think this is the smallest part of this whole entire book, but I haven't gone through beyond the triangle page. So I'm
But
not 100% sure on that.
she's kind of known to have tiny pieces, though.
Yep.
Close enough. I remember watching an episode. She had that reality show a couple years back. I
Watching
remember
what?
she had a reality show on Quilt TV.
Oh, I never seen that.
On one of the episodes, Angela came to visit her to pick up a quilt, and then they were kind of reminiscing about their old collaborations.
Mm.
And there was a hexie quilt that Tula put together. And then she was looking at one of the blocks and she says, you know, that looks like the raccoon butthole. And of course, as soon as she said that, Angela was like, well, thanks, Tula. Now I can't unsee it.
Mary's asking what kind of books Scott likes. He actually likes reading mystery, action, and history books. Mainly history. He likes history stuff. Like books of stories about World War II and World War One and Civil Wars and he likes all that kind of stuff. But he'll also read mob books, things like that. Yeah. Likes all kinds of stuff. He does not read romance novels or anything like that, though.
Ah, ducks. We could have
When we
extinguished
watch romance movies, he usually goes, "Okay, we're going to watch a Tippy movie with a Tippy boyfriend,"
them.
because it has nothing for him in the movie, and most times he'll fall asleep to it because it's a romance movie. Except for The Notebook, he'll watch the whole Notebook with me and Titanic. But you know,
You know, I don't know if this is really true, but I saw a trailer for a Titanic 2 coming out.
uh, really? On what? Facebook? Because Facebook is all lies.
No, on YouTube.
Interesting. Unless they're like remaking the ship, I don't know, and the family of the people who died on the first one are going to be sailing away on it. Or they're just making a new version, and they could
Or
be
they're
doing
just
that too.
retelling the story. But it's
Just like,
Leonardo and Kate Winslet.
interesting.
But these days, I mean, you could kind of see that it might have been AI generated. So I don't know if it's really true or not.
I don't know. There is a lot of AI stuff out there,
Yeah.
and Facebook is known fakeness. Although I did learn of the deaths of the people that just recently died that we were talking about earlier from Facebook. So, because I don't have news, I mean, we could watch live news if we wanted to on our um, Roku TVs, but we don't. News is boring, at least for me. It's too much drama. Speaking of drama, I finally finished the Gilmore Girls. I mean, not Gilmore Girls, Gossip Girl. Because you remember you were like, "You're watching Gossip Girl? What?" Yeah, I watched all of it. Let's just say it was very, very drama. Like, just too much. It's not a show I'm going to watch again. Let's just say it's a one and done.
Well, I'm surprised you even watched it the first time.
Yeah, I don't know why. And then I got interested, and then I like kind of had to finish it. Okay, these blocks are not very straight. Maybe I'll have to press them into submission because, yeah, that's the only thing about tiny piecing or tiny pieces is sometimes they don't work out perfectly. Good thing you only need to make, oh, I need to make 6? Yeah, I made 6. You only need to make 6 of these. They're both exactly the same, so I'm just gonna hold one of each up. I have 3 of each of these. They're really
Oh,
tiny.
that is tiny. My
So you
gosh.
can see it finishes like that. There we go. It's smaller than my hand, but there's 3 of each.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's the smallest I think that's in this whole entire thing. And these little guys will fit right over here because they're so tiny. I wonder if the size of this quilt will lay on my whole entire wall, or if I'm only going to be able to do half at a time. How big is this thing?
85, was it?
Where is it? What does it say? Oh, 88 by 94. No, it won't fit on my wall by itself. So I'll have to do quarter or half of it at a time. All right, I am now on to page 7. Well, I
You
feel like I'm like way, way ahead of you now.
you are way ahead of me now.
Okay, how about this? I will not sew. Number 7, I will read the chat and let you sew.
No, just keep
Because we all
sewing.
know I'm probably going to sew it off camera. So, because I just can't let it sit there in that pile, you know? I
Just
could
keep
keep sewing.
sewing.
Should I keep sewing? Okay, I'm going to keep sewing. I'm so bad.
Don't worry about it. I'll catch up eventually.
Yep. Probably should have looked to make sure that was the smallest of all the blocks. It is because after this we start making. Look. Gotta look real quick and see.
Yeah, Shelby, you are
10 of
absolutely right. She says you have to fact check everything online now.
Okay, that's not that. Those are big. That part's big. All the funky blocks are big pieces. You know, the ones with the oval cuts and stuff. Those are big pieces from the templates, big pieces. And then we start putting them together. So yeah, literally. So I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm 8 block making away from making the sections with the diagrams. Other than obviously the whole entire large amount of half square triangles that we have to make.
What is there, like 190 something?
In half square triangles, there's 136.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. And they're not small either, so they're not like little tiny. Two here, 2 here, and 2 here, right? Okay.
Yeah, these blocks are very similar.
Is there? All right. What blocks are similar?
Nice and Forest. Do we get a Thumper show tonight? No, Thumper's with
We
Dad.
will not see Thumper. Thumper is with Scott or out on the beanbag or somewhere in this house. My door is closed and he won't come in here when it's just me. He is very respectful of my space. It's really nice to have a cat that respects my sewing space.
That's true. I've never seen Thumper jump on your table like other
Nope,
cats.
he doesn't. He doesn't jump on my table. He does not hang out in here unless Scott and I are in here exactly at the same time. Thumper is not a sewing kitty at all. And even when I try to like put him up here, like when I show him on live stream and I put him up on the desk, he will jump down instantly if I'm not holding him. He does not care for any of this. He hangs out in my fabric room with me though. On the floor, he'll come in at night because Scott's already asleep and Thumper is awake. So I'm awake and he will lay in there on the floor while I cut fabric.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll give him like if I cut a string off of something that's like, half an inch because it's not usable as a string and by, 20 inches, I'll, pick it up and wave it on the floor so he'll, play attack with it.
Yeah.
But then he loses interest pretty quick.
Yeah.
Either way, he gets a little bit of exercise hanging out in there with me.
Come to think of it, I've never seen him jump on tables. I've never seen him jump on the counter. No.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's not a counter cat. When he was younger, he would jump onto the counter that the refrigerator's on, that side. He'd jump
Yeah.
onto that counter and then jump on top of the refrigerator. And then he'd hang out there and startle us when we'd open the fridge. But he never hung out there very long. I think he realized that it's not a good place to hang out. And then he used to jump on that cat thing that's next to the slider door, his cat tower.
Uh-huh.
He hasn't slept on that since he was probably 5 years old and less. And he turns 13 tomorrow. So yeah, he's not much of a jumper.
Oh, gosh, this one too. I saw two of them on wrong. See, guys, even us YouTubers, we get it wrong sometimes.
That we do.
So shall you sew, so shall you rip.
Yes, Stumper is a really good kitty. He is. He's not even trained really either. He was never interested in being a jumping cat. He's always been a lazy cat.
If he were orange color, I'd call him Garfield.
If what?
If he were orange calico, I would call him Garfield.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
being
if he was the
lazy.
orange calico, that's what I would have called him, yes. Originally, we were going to call him Blue Moon because of his
Really?
eyes. Yeah. But then it sounded stupid the more I said it. And then he did his thumper thing, and it was always weird. And then finally, two and two came together in my head, and the kids were there and we're looking at each other, and I just shout out thumper. And they're like, oh, look it. It's, yeah, like Bambi, like little Bambi thumper. I'm like, yep, that's going to be his name.
And then who is it? Maxine's dog?
Oh, she's not with that person though, so she doesn't have that dog.
Oh,
Yep. What was that dog's name?
I know
I
it was
forgot already.
Ponyo.
Ponyo, yeah, and he chased after brooms. He liked brooms.
That's so weird. Never seen a dog do that.
Nope, me neither. Nope, her ex kept that dog. I think he moved away even too.
Oh, really? Wow.
But of course, they obviously haven't been together in years because she's married now. And I think her and her wife only have snakes.
Ew. Okay.
What? You have a pet snake? Nothing wrong with a pet snake. I mean, they don't play like animal dogs and cats, but
Yeah. These snakes kind of freak me out.
they don't me.
Mary says our cats don't respect ours.
Yeah, I lucked out with a good cat. The only thing he does do a lot is the meowing. He meows so much now. I don't know why.
Being pain.
He even lets us know when he goes to the bathroom, which is very strange. I mean, who else has a cat that never been trained but will come out of the bathroom and say meow meow a bazillion times until you get up and check to make sure that they did what they did and get it out of the litter box so that he can do it again later.
So
He
Kim
also likes
said,
when we check his butt because he is a furry kitty and he gets dingles, you know?
yeah. Kim says years ago she had a golden lab pup. She liked to sit on my dust mop as I was dusting floors. It was fine till she got up to 70 pounds. Oh, geez.
Yeah, that would be hard.
And Marla says my dog chases the broom, vacuum cleaner, lawnmower, anything that moves. He's a herd dog.
Oh, I'd be
Collar.
scared with a dog chasing a lawnmower. Eesh,
I have to put him in the basement to vacuum the house. Okay.
that's crazy.
So Becky's asking
There's
how you got Sumper.
How did I get him? From an abandoned house that I went to clean. I used to clean houses after people would be done renting them or would move out and not tell the owner. And obviously she'd show up and there'd be a destroyed house. And I was the person that went in and cleaned it. And I found him as a little kitten. They must have grabbed the big cat and most of the babies, but or forgot Thumper or something because Thumper was left behind. He was under a cupboard, the kick plate part of a cupboard, the lower cupboard kick plate. He was under that. I kept hearing sounds. And so I took him home and bottle fed him because he was just fit in the palm of my hand. He was that little.
Oh,
Yeah. So tomorrow celebrates the day that 13 years ago that I started taking care of the little guy, which is not much of a little guy anymore because he's a big cat.
really? That's how you got him? I didn't know that.
Yep. And at the time, my girlfriend, she had her own cats. She had two of them. And her cats, they were, one of them was indoor outdoor. The other one was always in the house. It never wanted to go outside. I didn't want Thumper to be an outdoor cat because he was white. And I thought he would always stay pure white because up until he was like 2 years old, he was white, white, white. But as he got older, obviously the other color started coming in.
Uh-huh.
So then he never became an outdoor cat, obviously, because I always thought he was going to be whatever. Plus, he's been declawed, so he can't ruin my furniture because my girlfriend's cat ruined all of my furniture. My nice leather couch that cost $5,000 that my mom got me was destroyed from her cats. It
Wow.
was horrible. So I made sure not to make that mistake again. If you're going to have an always indoor cat, then declaw him. And so I did. And never had a furniture problem with him. He still scratches like he has claws. He thinks he does, but he doesn't. But yeah, I met Scott when he was about 3 or 4 months old, and he didn't like Scott at first. Now he's Scott's best friend. Yeah, he would get up, jump up on the bed, and wherever Scott's feet were, he'd pee there, because he marked his territory. Says no, there's no man allowed in this house.
Okay, I temporarily lost connection, but looks like we're still good. A lot of
Well, I
technical
would say
issues tonight.
I would say the YouTube video is still on, but it is because it's still playing, but it is also 30 seconds behind what you just said.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to stop at these 2 blocks, even though I need to make 6 total blocks.
Well, I'm gonna finish these 2 and we shall call it a
So
live.
here they are. So these are the smaller log cabins.
Oh, the raccoons.
Yep. And porcupine. Where is he? Which way does he face? He faces that way. There you go. Little porcupine. And coon butt. All right, let's put these up here. This. Let's scoot this over so they all fit. And then everybody can see everything that I've done so far. I do need to make 6, and 2 of them are blue mixed with purple, and then 2 of them are more blue than purple. There it is so far.
Looking good.
Yep.
Looking
All
good.
right.
Okay, I am gonna finish this last block and we shall call it.
Yep. I'm gonna unplug my iron now. Get that piece undone. Does anybody have any questions while we are still here? While Eric finishes up the block that he is sewing. Mary's asking if my daughter's still in Tennessee. Yes, she is, but not for much longer. She's moving to Kansas now,
Oh,
to the actual state of Kansas. Either Kansas City, Kansas, or Kansas City, Missouri. But she wanted to be on the Kansas side, not really the Missouri side. But where she's working is going to be both sides.
so she'll be close to Mary.
Yep.
Okay, quick press and
I don't see any questions or anything. All right. I'm just waiting for you to put them up on the wall. I could see him. Oh, yeah, and close to Kim, too, because she's an Independence. That was actually one of the towns Alexa was thinking about moving to also. Kansas. Why Kansas, Becky said? Because her job is better in Kansas, supposedly. The company that she works for. She was actually there till just yesterday. She was in Kansas. And
okay,
she messaged
here
me.
we go. The camera's gonna move on my side, so sorry about the Blair Witch
Do I know what kind of cat Thumper is? Yeah, he's a mid ragdoll and or he's snowshoe or the mix of the two. All right, let's see what you got going. I'm watching for your camera. Oops, wrong side.
There we go.
Camera's moving, people. Camera's moving. Oh, you're gonna have to back up a little. See them all. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Good job, Eric. I like those blue floating ones. Your green ones too. They're really vibrant, the green colors
I
on the
feel so
first blocks
Irish
that we did.
looking at it though, especially with
Yeah,
this plaid.
yeah. It still looks good though. I like it.
Okay,
Look at that.
camera moving. Sorry, should have warned everybody. And all right, so guys, it's been 2 hours of a live. We'll try to keep these to 2 hours. And yeah, Tiffany is way ahead
It's
of
just
me, so I got to catch up.
it's just easier at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I'll probably have the rest of the medium log cabins done by the time we come on to the next video, but I won't go any further. I'll stop at the small log cabins and just leave those because I did individually stack those ones with little clips.
so I
But
got
I will
catching.
get everything else cut out.
All right, guys. Well, if there's no questions, then I want to thank you guys for all joining us here tonight.
Yes,
And
thank you.
a special
Thank all
thank
of
you
you that come over from my channel to hang out with Eric. Hopefully you guys
Yeah.
all subscribe because he's awesome. You don't want to miss
Thank
it.
you. All right, guys. So we shall see you next week. That'll be August 2nd, I believe. Wow,
Don't
that's
ask
going to
me.
be
I don't have a calendar in front of me.
Yep, that'll be Saturday, August 2nd. That's going to be a very busy day for me because there's 2 lives going on and a Zoom call. So yeah,
Oy.
yeah, oy. And hopefully by then I'll be caught up. So
Okay.
thank you guys for joining us here tonight. Thank you, Tiffany.
Bye, everybody. Oh, thank you, Eric. I love you.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining.
Bye.